Hi, good day, salutations and greetings. Welcome to my tube. My name is Margie. I'm Heyoka Empath. When I thought of my own name, I came up with Standing Turtle. It's just a name. Ultimately, I'm merely a vibration, just a frequency, a transmission, if you will. If you won't, I'm still the same. I made several notes this morning. I was going down a scientific route today. That ant hill, hole, that ant hole, hill, hole. They're far more intricate than rabbit holes to me. A rabbit hole is just a hole. It's just one line of thinking. An ant hole, that's where the caverns are. That's where they all branch off and have their own little pathways and segues and twists and turns. Rabbit holes don't do that. People get stuff twisted all the time. So, with all the astrology that's going on, people are really freaking losing their shit. And I've seen so many people lose themselves. Seen their personalities fragment, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly, in my whole entire life. And they never draw those pieces back in their entirety from what I've seen. And at some point, those aspects are out there flying around, and, well, we're all just kind of magnets, you know? We're all electromagnetics. Our endocrine field, our spirit, our soul, it's just a frequency. And what our frequency, the baseline is, we draw stuff to us. We put out information, data, boop, 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 with the words I say. And if I say something that somebody out there that I don't even know, when I speak in general terms on how I see things, and then oftentimes people receive that. People I don't know you. But they pick up, they receive that I receive, and then they're like, gasp. And then tell me about me. I'm like, I ain't even talking to you. I don't know you. People get mad about shit I say, and I don't know, whatever. So we are all electromagnetics. We're all heavy metal, man. We've all been made to be heavy by the freaking shit in our water, the crap in our food, the nonsense in our TV. Because you watch it, just makes you feel bad. Watch the news, just makes you feel bad. Puts a kink in your neck, just makes you feel bad. Lowers your vibe. And that's our magnetic. You're adding low impulses into your magnetic field. You're sucking your own draw by doing that stuff. We even have iron in our blood. Some people are iron deficient. But we're all just like this cosmos. We're all just this ecosystem. Ecology. We're all just ecology, and we're all our own little autonomous planet Earth. And then we're living on all these little planet Earths, living on one big planet Earth. And they're creating a lot of freaking cognitive dissonance for her, and she's about to cognitive dissonance our asses right back. Saw Hawaii missed a hurricane again. They are divinely blessed. Ecology Camp, I called this talk Ecology Camp because I missed Ecology Camp. Ecology Camp is everything that is a course that most every 6th grader. It isn't even a course. It's an experience. It's like if you lived in Redding, California, in between the periods of however long, and you were in the 6th grade, you got to go with your class camping out in the woods for a week with teachers and stuff like that. And called it Ecology Camp, and I always missed it because my 6th grade year was hard. 12, because see, I have a niece. She's 12 this year, and I can't even I just listened about her. Because people don't want to hear about. She don't want. She's a kid. It's like, that sucks. I mean, I tell them about my 12th grade year. I started at one school, and we were about to go to Ecology Camp, and then we moved, and then car broke down. In Visalia, I didn't go to school for 7-8 weeks, and then by the time we got it fixed, because my brother went to go live with my dad, my mom didn't want to leave him. with under my dad's care without us being close by, because we're an ecology, we're a family unit. And she knew how it was, and that was even his drinking days. So anyway, so then I went to another school. Ended up, long story short, I went to 4 schools that year, and then there was a 7-week period I didn't go to school. I talk about it in other talks, but for time's purposes, I ain't gonna get into that. The fact is like I went to all these schools and I just missed like that ecology camp. But I've always been in ecology, because that's what my spirit's always drawn to. Because home life was always tumultuous. So I always escaped out in nature, because it was just mommy and brother, and then she had boyfriends along the way, and they always were freaking losers. So that's how I learned to read the no vibration. I just study the ecology of people, vibrational frequency of people. When I was in going to school back in 2004, 2005, I was in the Air Force too. So, and we were exercising a lot, playing makeup, military war bullshit. So we were working 12-hour shifts every month, 2 weeks out of the month. And so I was going to school at the same time too. So I had a pretty heavy workload, but for my reward on the weekends, I'd allow myself a Netflix DVD. That's back when Netflix they'd send you DVDs in the mail. And one of the movies I saw, this is back in like 2007 or 6, 5. It's a long time ago. I watched a movie called What the Blip We Know. And you see, that's about induction, like imposing words and thoughts on water. Where it has a storyline with that. If that's the same movie I'm thinking of, it's at the right. There's other people that have done these studies that you like talk shit to a glass of water, or like put a hateful word on a jar of water, and then if you look at the molecular makeup of that water under a microphone glass, oftentimes it's distorted, it's disheveled. It's a disarray. It's basically, you're seeing cognitive dissonance under the magnifying glass. But when you put loving, joy, happy, high vibrational words on it, and then you look under it, the molecular structure is far more sound. It's structurally sound. Okay? Now we, like the earth, human beings are 70% water. 70% water. So is the earth, okay? Ecology, as within, so without, as above, so below. We are the below. Okay? So when you just freaking saturate yourself with low vibrational crap all day long, you are pulling your energetic, so you have the ability to have health up here, but you are literally making yourself more metallic, grounding yourself to the 3D dimension and ideas and thoughts reality of a 3D earth. Stop doing that, please. I'm tired. And the thing of it is, it's only going to get worse. Oh gosh. Oh, the next few weeks. I'm just trying not to think of anything. I'm trying not to think. I'm like trying to think black thoughts. Like when I close my eyes. So how's the Great Awakening going for you in your neck of the woods? Great Awakening started for me back in the Great American Eclipse. See, I bet people, when they saw that eclipse going across the sky, ooh, ah, that's really neat, that they didn't think in 3 years the planet would have flipped. The planets flip. See, the poles don't gotta flip for polarities to entirely change. And look at all this stuff. How many people are living lives like they got what they asked for? How many people are like, I hate going to work to this job every day that I hate, and I hate doing this and I hate doing that. And then look at all the stuff that got taken away. So look how many people got their wishes granted. It just didn't manifest and come out in a way that they hoped and dreamed and desired. That's what happened to me. It's exactly what happened to me. Because we have free will, but we don't make, divine freaking cosmic universe has a much bigger plan, and we can either go along with it, go with the flow of that plan, and recognize what that plan is and respect it for what it is and just do your part in a peaceful way, or you can fight it. You can fight that plan. You can fight it so much you can burn yourself out. Yeah. Thing of it is what we're finding in a large scale is that people are burning themselves out. They're literally shorting out like a freaking like a circuit on a computer board. They're getting too much stimuli and their data compute overload can't handle it. Well, meditate. That's how you transmute that stuff. That's how you completely clear your energy field of some bullshit. Is just meditate. Just lay there. Listen to binaural beats. Listen to your favorite music. Listen to nothing. I don't care. Just turn all the electronics off, or if you need them, if you don't, I don't. Just try not to think about nothing for like 5 minutes. Start with that. So if you think of a thought, look at it as a cloud that goes by. And don't jump on it. And don't continue that line of thinking. Or think of it as a train car that goes by. You know? Don't jump on it. Just let your mind not think. And then start dialing in and feeling the sensations of your body. Does anything hurt? What organs hurt? What muscles hurt? What joints hurt? Well, if something's hurt, joints especially, knees, elbows, shoulders, it's because you're of something that you're doing. So stop hurting yourself. A lot of times knees get busted, because they're carrying so much weight. The human bone structure, skeletal system is not supposed to carry as much weight that people ask it to carry. I know I speak from personal experience. I'm 5'2", used to be taller, and I was almost 200 pounds because I'd eat my feelings. I just eat because nobody likes me, but this freaking steak sandwich is badass, so I don't care who needs friends when you live in the Midwest and there's beef everywhere and corn-fed this and that, bacon this, and I'd get my stuff from the local butchers and things like that. Now I can't even hardly eat meat at all. Sometimes because my body craves the protein, so I will oblige. Those occurrences are not often. Probably about once a month when my iron's low. Yeah, So made some more notes. I was listening to Paul Butler. He has a cool voice. I really like his voice. And I want to thank Michael, the Peace Stealer, from his astrology talk. He gives a daily alignment briefing, so to speak. And he said, I quote him, "Don't talk to anyone you don't want to be right now." And I said, thank you, Mike, for that, because I got to really remember that. People are really going to step into who they are. And that is either more into or farther away from their integrity. But how they show up is going to be a reflection of how you are showing up. See? So, I always got to be careful. Because I know about ego and stuff like that, and I know about, I don't know, but I am such a strong proponent, and I'm an advocate for karma, and what you put out there, you get back. So I got to be careful about how I treat people too, and if I get snarky and get dickish with them, I got to be willing to get dickish back. But the thing of it is people really got to be careful because there's so many nut jobs carrying around a gun. I'm not saying everybody with the gun is a nut job. If you perceive that, that's on you. What I'm saying is there are a lot of nut jobs out there carrying guns. See? People don't listen to words. They listen to, and they don't take into account of my heart space or none of that because they're well, shallow and ignorant, and hopefully more people have taken this time that they've been made to go within, if that's what has been happening to you. Even at work, you ain't as busy. You ain't as busy, so hopefully people are looking up stuff that's going to be raising their vibration, raising their frequency, so we can help Earth in her transition, because either we're going to help her raise in her ascension to her next phase of her course in history, or she's going to look at it as a hindrance, and she's going to start freaking keying up the weather. She's going to start freaking just turning up her. And then the people that live in the cities on the magnetic Earth grid lines are going to get keyed up. That's what they're already feeling it. In that keyed up ampage, that's where data is received. That's where input is come from. It's osmosis. It's induction. Okay? When you put your hand up to a window in the winter, unless you have a 2-pane glass, chances are that window is freaking cold. And the colder it is outside, the colder it is in your on the glass, and the more windows you have, it's just going to make that freaking your house like an icebox, The thing of it is we receive data in light the same way. Osmosis, induction, all that shit, that's what magic is, man. It's all real. That's what the scientists have been benefiting and profiting from knowing from people like us that actually do it, that actually live this way. Just everybody's energy. Just people are good at hiding theirs, lying about theirs, sucking the life force of other people. That's the storyline that we're finding out, is that because people can't imagine how disgusting humans can be unless you've grown up being exposed to the mass indecencies of humanity. And I have, and that's what I speak on in over 1,000 videos about, of just crap that I've seen and I've been a part of, and that people have done just to teach me a lesson, to make an example out of me. It's weird. So, careful what you're telling yourself when you're putting in your 70% water, And those are your thoughts, too. I wonder what people look like. I wonder what their essence looks like. I bet you could tell a lot about a person. I used to donate blood a lot. I was I'm going to help every chance I get, I'm going to donate blood. I'm O positive. I'm going to donate blood. I'm going to help people. Then I worked with Khalid at G4S, and he was in IT at what is that blood bank, that vampire center, that paid organization for vampires? Red Cross. Yeah, he worked there, and he gave... See, you want to know about things? Ask the IT people. Ask the nerds. We know all the ins and outs. We know who the poor mongrels are and all that stuff. I know who they are. And you know what? And I know who they are. I got so good at it, is I know who they are, and I don't even got to look in their search history, because they all wear the same shoes, and they all wear the same brands, and they all wear the same this, and they all wear the same that. They all act the same. They all have the same... they're just a vibrational frequency. And everybody wants to be so important, but when you're just like in a sea of mediocrity, sometimes people get their butt hurt about it and then have to take it out on the rest of the world. So I just encourage people to get in their charts, learn about themselves. The astrology is the first true real science. Always has been. It's just always been covered up by the control freaks. The planetary astrology systems, they do represent systems in our body. And so, knowing about how things are in the planets can help people stay healthy. That helps me stay healthy. That helps me to help mom stay healthy. Aside from her memory deficits, she has grave memory deficits. her body physically, I could only hope to be as healthy as her at 16, almost 70 years old. She's Sagittarius. She'll be 70 in November. Hopefully, that's what I'm hopefully to do is try to get this move to be as freaking seamless. It's just hard. I'm such a planner, and I had anyway. I can't think too much about that. The outcome of that. I just got to do things today. Foot prayers today or whatever. Take actions today that will get me closer to that outcome. For her birthdays, I'd like to, be in another place for her. And we're next to a wood stove making cookies for her. Her birthday cake. Or doing whatever, looking out and then driving up and going up and seeing Mount Shasta, driving around or something like that, taking pictures, of just Northern California. Lake Shastina. I mean, it's just, that's where I'm drawn to. I think that's where the earth wants me next, because that's the place that makes me want to wear a kid gown. Because I grew up in Redding. You can grow up in Redding. Redding is such a hard energy. That's where I've been kicked in the face and knocked down a flight of stairs. Okay? So I've had all these experiences where people have just been so ugly. The only thing is I can meet them or actually project an energetic match that is just scary enough that they just back off and then nobody gets hurt. See? Because I know that they're just in fear. Because what the fuck? I mean, seriously, what am I going to do? I am 5'2", I'm small, but I'm wily, but I mean, come on. I don't know. People just hate me because of the words I say. So it's whatever you can live with at this point right now. It's whatever you can live with, and there's a lot of stuff I can't live with, I can't live with. Like, I checked out on politics. I checked out on politics, completely checked out after I found out that frickin' Clinton had 9 sexual relations with a 21-year-old woman when he was 53. That's just another misogynistic, egomaniacal asshat taking advantage of a young woman. I call that daddy issues. It's not the women's fault their dad weren't around, didn't have a strong representation of a male and all those things, and so they look, it's all ours, but people have free will and they can act this way, but they don't. He could have not stuck a freaking cigar up her hoo-ha in the Oval Office, but he chose to, and that's the lifestyle that he and his wife, they're swingers, and swingers have been around. There's a song about it, just a swingin', I mean, it's perversion, and it's an imbalance, when you take so many resources from people and do so many dastardly things in the name of things that are good, and taking something like freedom and equality for everybody and being a freaking pervert little freaking 15-year-old nasty boy with that mentality because you just got to go to the schools you got to go to, and it's just your path was paved because of money and control. And then DT came in and said, this is all bullshit. This is all bullshit. I don't like the guy because he's not respectful to women. That is my biggest beef with him. I identify with him. We have several main astrological aspects that are the same. 3 that I can think of. So, he is the representation of that if you come from a place of ego. He don't care about this stuff. He's doing what he's doing. Maybe he'll do it for 4 years more. Maybe he won't. Maybe the book, The Last President. I'm kind of going for option C. The gig is up. All that stuff, right? Maybe the gig is up. maybe it is all crap and it's a circle of greed, and all those bazillions and quadrillions of dollars that our taxes have been paying, and and all the rich people don't pay no taxes on nothing and stuff like that, and we're just like, ugh, oh, the cracks of society just get wider and wider, and all these rich people are like, but there's more billionaire people ever, and all this nonsense, but the reality of it is, because in communities people are feeling and seeing, thank you Cajun for sharing, people are seeing that people are struggling. But the thing of it is I hope to move to my community and relieve the struggle. See, because there's only a few thousand, but I'll travel as long as I can. And maybe mom will feel up to going with me. Maybe she won't. But as long as I can put myself in a position, Tucker's nubbin. He was born with the tail, but he came from a tuppy mill. His nubbin was just twitching. He's dreaming. An asshole control freak in a puppy mill, because people have to have, buy dogs in a pet store and shit, slammed his tail in a gate. So, it's his little nubbin. It's a zigzag. So I can't be mad at anything, because I never want to put him in the same frequency of being scared like he was with the angry gay guy. And that's what other people are starting to do, is really have compassion for people. So I hope to move to my community, and I got like a 3-hour window, and if I get a roommate, then that's better, because then I can solid do a 3, maybe a 4-hour window, because I can meal prep for mom, because she can take care of herself. She just needs someone to just like remind her, and she don't answer the phone and stuff like that. She's a very, very proud woman. Fucking strong too, very proud, strong in character, like that's where I get it from, and physically too, and then I can go out, because I'm an IT professional. I got my college degrees in business information systems. I'm IT support, so I'm looking at Log Me In as the software to use, because I've used it before when I worked in universities, and I can actually log into people's phones and show them stuff, and tricks and things like that, and I can show people that how to keep your system clean and how to clean up your own malicious software. Yeah, because I learned, and I didn't pay for it, because I traded 6 years in the Air Force for my college education, so I look at that as a barter. They took 1.5 inches of my, so I didn't pay for it, so I'm willing to share that for fun and for free. And if people value any information and data that I share with them, then send me a gratuity in PayPal. Hit me up in PayPal, $20, $40, whatever, and I'll go to people's houses, and I want to get seniors hooked up to make their lives easier, because our senior elder community, they've been neglected for far too long, and they are the keepers of the knowledge. Mom always says she feels bad for the people that are shut in, but she won't go out because she won't put a mask on. I give her, she don't have to, because I go out and I take beautiful pictures. Check me out on Snapnax. I talk shit over there too, city employees and stuff like that. So I bring the world to her, kind of thing. And she likes to go out, but she has a little old dog, and her Sassy's about near the end of her incarnate, and that's mom. She never identified as a mother, so to speak. She had so much trauma in her life. This is why I try so hard to take care of her. That she identifies more of a mother to her dog than she does with myself. Not to say that she doesn't love us, but she identifies more of a care, nurture to her, because I was so hard. She didn't understand me, so she didn't know how to love me. And my brother, he's Virgo. He's totally an ego. So he was hard too, so she didn't know how to do that. And we were both cesarean, and we weren't like breastfed. So a lot of those key point mother-child connections We just don't God. And no, I wasn't held by her for the first 3 days I was in this incarnate. And that's why I like nurses. Why I used to. They kind of let themselves go now. A lot of them. Thank you for the ladies and the gentlemen, the vibes that are keeping it balanced and keeping it fit. And trying. Even trying. Because people are waking up to fitness all the time. I was a freaking ate my feet. I just want to encourage people that there's always a better version of yourself. There's never a best version of yourself. There's always a better, and hopefully people keep striving for that. So she's had, and then and that's why she didn't even get to hold me, because that's what the powers that be, the guys in charge of things. See, because we ain't been in charge of our bodies ever. And my life is a testament to that, because when they took her in 1974, they did a partial cesarean. So they took out one of her ovaries. So every month, her ovaries would try and speak, and they did that so they could sell Premarin. See? So they say it basically, you made women go crazy, and then they went crazy. You locked them up for being crazy, but you made them go crazy by creating a literal fucking goddamn imbalance by taking one of their goddamn ovaries. And that provided a very interesting childhood for me. But the thing of it is I've always lived for my spirit. I never believed what people said, because people lie and energy doesn't. So I'm a master in energy, pretty much. Master Marge. Never made Sarge. And I live to serve. So if I can help make people's lives easier and better about things, and educating. See, Mount Shasta's the Earth's first chakra. That's why I know I belong there, because I broke my freaking coccyx. I love when that happens. On Mount Shasta. The first run I ever tried to snowboard, it was on ice, and I freaking fell. I couldn't sit on my tuchus straight for 6 months. Like the end of my tailbone, I broke it. I will never forget that pain. It freaking went up all on Mount Shasta. The ride home was very uncomfortable. It was in a wagon. It's like, I'm just like sitting. It was, yeah, but it's my life, and to go off into the Air Force and work at some of the places and witness the accounts of the things that I've seen and collect the data at the places that I've collected. It's a nice place for me and Mom to settle down somewhere around there, because freaking man, the world's gonna explode. In the major cities, it already has. It already is. Only thing is if people have any inclinations of you ain't seen nothing yet, get it out of your head. Whatever you do, start thinking of the earth as you want it to be, in all the peaceness and glory, and stop thinking. Put the nasty out your mind. Put it out of your mind. Just think of good things. See, because people keep thinking of the shit and they're making it happen. Okay, I think that's about it. Induction of heat. I got all my notes. Data. Oh, and I'm a photographer too. That's another service I provide. I'll do, meal prep and stuff. I give it away for free. I give all that stuff for free. I'm a photographer, so I can come hang out with the family or the event. People come out and visit, because traveling is going to be a pain in the ass for a while. So when grandparents or people travel, it's going to be like an event, and I'll help plan a party for you. I'll take the pictures, if you want something quiet, I'll just listen to my music. Take about 200-300 pictures in a 2-3 hour window and a couple hour window, and give you the camera card. Just give you the camera card. I'll go buy another camera card for the next family. Then you can pay me whatever. You can pay me the camera card, whatever you think the pictures on it are worth. That way, if you want to have them edited or all that, because I won't edit. I think that's fair. Fair is fair, right? That's what we want, is more fairness in the world. And I'll barter even. How's that? I love bartering. So if somebody wants wedding pictures, I'll take wedding pictures and you know, maybe you could help me, you know, do something around the house. That, like, do some lifting I can't do or something. Because I got to ask for help. I got to start learning to ask for help, too. You know, I already asked a guy I went to high school with if he'd be down there. You know, I don't even have a place to land down there, but hey, wherever I move, can you come up and help me unload if you're around? Yeah, sure. So I gotta learn how to ask, and other people have to learn how to ask, you know. See, the thing of it is I always ask the wrong people, and I knew that they would say no. I already knew what they would say, and then I'd ask, and then they'd say no just like I knew they would, and then I get my feelings hurt. So I went out and I threw myself into everything, and I learned how to do everything for myself. All by myself. I played the I wish I was all by myself game. That's what I played for years. I made that mistake of saying those words in Omaha. I'd carry, you know, carrying freaking 14 plastic bags of groceries in one, two, you know. You know. You wouldn't be watching if you didn't know what I was talking about. I just do it myself. And that's the thing is I just went to higher links to learn better things. So I went in the Air Force. I went into age. I learned hydraulics. I learned electrical systems. I learned, you know, parallel series. You know, that's what they use in homesteading grids. Electronic. I'm a mechanic. I'm a mechanic. I fix things. I'm all things support. I'm good with, like, physical, too. You know, I'm not a doctor. No, they're too linear scoped. I'm much more broad spectrum than any old doctor. Anyway, I should be getting going. I'm gonna look in the talkie room to see. So people are deciding that they just can't live with the shit that they used to be able to live with. Cajun, did you see? Did you see, Cajun? Did you see who is now a citizen of Greece? Hanks and Rita officially. Will the U.S. can they extradite, or is that one of those that they said? I thought about you. You're the first person I thought about. Oh, I didn't even finish about that, but he talked about how much blood they waste in the Red Cross. So much blood is wasted. See, but notice every year their buses get bigger, their fleets get bigger, it's more luxury. You're still only just donating blood. You know, it could still be done under a tree in a cot, you know. I know, but they still, the buildings get fancier, the architects get more important. You know, that's what people have to pay attention to. When you give your money to these companies, man, what are you giving it to? Oh, yeah. You're a Libra. Of course you're a Libra. Of course you are Libra. My same flame is Libra, but I think that storyline's over. I'm ready for the next chapter. That one's done. We ain't the same flame, though, and that's the thing with the whole same flame and like significant other, you know, just love of your life, whatever, that storyline, because I've looked for my best friend my whole life. I haven't found it, and I get excited for people when they find it. I used to get mad and resentful and jealous, but now I'm just like, man, if you can find it in this crazy fucked up world, good for you. And yeah, I could tell. I was wondering if you're Libra and what your sign was, and that totally makes sense, because I'm Aries, so I'm your opposite. So Libras are fascinating to me because of your balance, but I'm also Cancer. I'm also very balanced. You want to know about me? Go listen to my astrology chart that the astrology peace dealer did. It's you go on his channel under videos. It's the one for Heyoka. And so that is a full representation. If people want to know who I am, that is the best place to go to find out. It's a tell-all. Yeah. And I would love it if Cajun, if you and your whole family would come up, because I want to create a place where people can come and, like, because it has a dormer space upstairs, so I'll make a nice little place upstairs for people to come hang out for a guest, you know, and people experience Northern California ecology, and I'm a great tour guide too. So and people from all over the world go to Mount Shasta because it's the Earth's first chakra. So you might as well come hang out with the Heyoka while you're there, you know. So yeah, us short ones, man, us short ones. I'm just catching up. Mom's gonna need breakfast. Start an IT channel? I am it. I am it. We all are it. We're all just a little aspect it of it. You like it. You know it. Like the disco ball. We are all it. Welcome, CBN. Yeah, see, too rough is too rough. And that's the thing, is people are remembering that they're being put in circumstance, and but they're understanding why their parent did it. They're getting, oh shit, that's where that they got scared. You know, it's that terror. And there's too many people with guns on triggers that have, and that's what makes me nervous. So I stay home because I'm too much of a smartass. I don't want to get shot. Hot lead in me is not, no, nope, no. I've had boiling water, no, other kinds of burns, nope. See, that's the thing. I would love to homeschool. That's another thing I could do, because I could help with technology for that, with the Specties, because it's the technology that is a nightmare for smart people. It's a nightmare. We get to the point that we just don't even want to fucking bother. We just don't even want to bother, because from even today when I was looking at analytics, it was different from last night. I'm like, somebody else has the reins because the font's different now. Yes. Oh, see, you are resourceful. You're an engineer. You might want to like to watch Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. There's a lot of Earth synchronicities in there. He's an engineer. That's one of the first movies I ever saw. I actually had a phlebotomist train me. She was like, maybe I was probably the first 10 people that she's ever done. She was a brand new trainee. Just brand new. Like, still, you could tell I could tell she was scared, and she stuck it in. I've had a lot of glucose tolerance tests and stuff like that. I've had a lot of needlework. I was in the military. They give you a lot of, they inject you with freaking shit in the arm. Those things, just, I've had a lot of stuff. That's helps to add to my sensitivity of already being insensitive. And she got it right alongside the vein, and I could feel it scrape up the side of the vein. And because I eat fried chicken, I could totally visualize what was happening. And so that was like, I said, what you need to do is stop right now. I said, you didn't get in the vein. You're scraping alongside. You need to pull it out. And she's like, oh, I'm not even allowed to do that. I got to go get somebody. So it hurts, right? And I'm like, okay, go get somebody. And she went, and I'm just like, it hurts, but I'm trying not to react because this is a poignant training moment for her. If I freak out, she could very well never want to do this again, you know? So she went and got the girls, no big deal. It just hurt. And that's the thing, is like my whole life, I've had these examples of things, and I know other people have had these examples too that just fucking hurt. And sometimes if you just talk about how it just hurts with somebody, because not everybody has somebody to talk to. And sometimes if you talk to somebody about it that doesn't look at you like, wow, you're weird, you know? And it's just like, I'm not weird. These are natural feelings that anyone feel that would happen under these circumstances, you know? But these circumstances aren't common, so not a lot of but empathy is erupting all over the planet because the cracks of society are getting broader and broader. So, all right. Oh, crap. That's about all I got for now. There go my ego. Have a rad day. I'll be back later.